This is the download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news in the business of podcasting. I'm Gavin Gaddis. Here's what you need to know for today, Wednesday, July 30th. For the top story, the advertising landscape, part 3, driving to action. Sounds Profitable's latest segment of data from the advertising landscape, a report built from the largest public study of podcast and advertising in the United States, surveyed 5,005 American respondents age 18 plus, and it's all live now. As the title suggests, this new section of the report, Driving to Action, focuses on how different ad-supported mediums drive action. Respondents were asked to choose which forms of media they had taken various actions with regarding ads in the past 6 months. Wrote Down a Personal Code puts podcasts with ads at the top spot with 33% of respondents, YouTube with ads in second place at 10%, and Instagram with 9%. 27% of podcasts with ads listeners researched the brand after hearing it on a podcast, which is followed by Instagram in second place at 13%. Podcasts also top those who made an immediate purchase, with 22% of respondents buying something based on a podcast ad, followed by ad-supported premium TV and Instagram, both tied for second place at 13%. The report is up and available for download, as well as a webinar from Tom Webster presenting the report, which is viewable on the same page. Up next, Andreessen Horowitz is looking to pay $400,000 plus for a leader to build out a podcast network. VC firm Andreessen Horowitz is taking another step in an ongoing strategy to build their own content instead of relying on mainstream press. A recent LinkedIn post says they're looking to work with a podcast network that will handle the strategy, ops, and growth of a group of externally produced but strategically aligned podcasts, all with the anticipated yearly price tag of $424,000 USD. Podcasting is a valuable tool for businesses, and more are recognizing the power of investing in it, both figuratively and, in the case of Andreessen Horowitz, literally. For my next story, why speed is reshaping sports media economics. Younger sports fans increasingly want more clips and behind-the-scenes moments from their preferred teams, and they want them now. A Deloitte Global Sports Industry Outlook report from 2024 found 53% of Gen Z sports fans prefer highlight clips to streaming full live matches, with TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube serving as primary discovery channels for sports content. Now, legacy sports media is doing what they can to make instant delivery more of a possibility. For example, the Norwegian Broadcasting Corporation found a bottleneck with the amount of files they needed to transfer during live broadcasts, and subsequently rebuilt their workflow to use a cloud-based pipeline that beams video where it needs to go, including to their internal teams who can process out clips without waiting for stadium Wi-Fi networks to play ball or manual links to be emailed. Given the growing popularity of sports podcasting, live productions done the day of matches or well-timed episode drops could do wonders to fill the gaps between big moments happening in games and the polished clips actually making it to official TikTok pages. For our final story, Michigan station gives neighborhood reporting a try. Grand Rapids, Michigan Fox affiliate WXMI is getting specific with their news coverage. Instead of studio-based reporting on stories for the entire city, WXMI has announced their team of roving reporters has been divided up, with each being assigned a specific neighborhood. The hyperlocal model is something a dozen Scripps-run TV stations have piloted over the past couple years. By returning to older methods of embedded reporters with specific beats and regions instead of a generalized catch-all approach, stations can focus more on niche local developments and community-based journalism versus the live for the sake of being live broadcasts of the past few years. Given podcasting's inbuilt support of hyper-niche content, there's likely a path for these neighborhood-based reporters to also leverage hyper-local news podcasts as ways to strengthen ties with their communities even further. As for the rest of the news, Crooked Media, the company behind progressive political podcasts like Pod Save America, is hosting a live event dubbed CrookedCon on November 6th and 7th in Washington, D.C. The media leader covers Spotify's Q2 earnings call, including a decline in ad-supported revenue despite a higher number of monthly active advertisers. Adweek has coverage of Nielsen's ad-supported gauge, which finds ad-supported content increased its presence in television last quarter, with streaming now taking up 45.3% of the share of ad-supported media. Yahoo Finance covers a new report from researchandmarkets.com, which anticipates podcasting will experience a 24.8% compounded annual growth rate through to 2033. And you might need to make some space on that podcasting bookshelf of yours, as another one is coming. Writers Craig Mazin and John August are condensing down many hours of their podcast script notes to release the book Script Notes, a book about screenwriting and things that are interesting to screenwriters. Be sure to check out the links to every article I've mentioned today by heading over to the download section of soundsprofitable.com. While you're there, you can pick up a subscription to the newsletter version of the show as well. The download is written and produced by Tom Webster, myself, and Brian Barletta. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Gavin Gaddis. Download us again tomorrow.